We have here with us in studio the gentleman from the band Afterimage. How are you guys?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Let's do this. I know you guys are going to play a couple songs for us. I'm really looking forward to hearing you.
Yes.
And so we'll do that, and then we'll play the other studio track here that you sent us, and then we'll come back and we'll talk. I'm really looking forward to talking to you guys. Jenny and I are both big fans. So what are you gonna play for us? You got a couple?
Yeah, so we got two for you today. The first one we released about 2 years ago. It's our more accessible rock track. It's called Toe.
Okay. Oh yeah. That's kind of your most popular one, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Whenever you guys are ready, just go for it.
All right.
My mouth to let some of the breath out. Shadows creeping up behind. Hope you make it right this time. How I like to crawl inside and fix my face again. Just a taste. I see you with her. You're falling down. Oh, how I wish I could show you. I never really know you till now, and you are one
Oh my God, you guys sound incredible. Great job. Great job. All right. Well, what's the next one you're going to do?
This next one is it's pretty funny because on the album it's 11 minutes, but we're just gonna do the first half of it, which is about 2. So be nice and concise, short and sweet.
Sure.
It's called The Beggar.
Okay. Awesome.
I need a moment of your time to speak the word of God if you're feeling so inclined. This well is running dry. You can look down below. I gave you all my time, and yet you'll never know. This writing's on the wall. Yeah, let the curtain fall. Watched it as you said so. Holier than thou. Rob me of a halo. Yes, I'm buried in the ground. Why? I pray not for your value, your force, or your honor, not for the treasures of your sons and daughters. For I've seen the sins that are tied to your name, the blood that's been spilled just to die in your vein, to swim holy water and drown just the same. I'll pray for the crimes you've ignored in your name, and I pray for the time that I've lost in your game, and I pray for the lives that I lost in your wake. This well is running dry. You can look down below. I gave you my last dime, and yet you'll never know. This writing's on the wall. Yeah, let the curtain fall. Watched it as you said so. Holier than thou. Rob me of a halo. As I'm buried in the ground. Why? I'm paying for a lie. I'm paying for a lie. Watched it as you said so. Holier than thou.
Wow. Well done, gentlemen. Well done. You guys sound awesome. Afterimage is here in studio with us. We're going to play another studio track here, Jewel, and we're going to let these guys settle in, and then we're going to chat. You guys just had the 2, right, for acoustic?
Yes,
okay.
that's it.
All right, cool. So we're going to do that. Let's give this a listen. This is Jewel, and then we're going to come back and talk with Afterimage. Don't go away. And we've got the guys from Afterimage here with us in studio. If you missed it, they did perform a couple of songs acoustic and sounded absolutely incredible. And that was one of their studio tracks that we just played, Jewel. And just fantastic. A world radio premiere, by the way. That has not been heard prior on FM radio. So very happy about that. These guys are amazing. And let's, as is tradition, we will start with you. Since you are at the news desk, which is a very, very prestigious place here in the studio. If you could tell us who you are and what you do in the band, please.
My name is Griffin Rompery, and I am the vocalist for Afterimage.
All right. And on the couch?
My name is James Hagan. I am the drummer.
You are the drummer. And you, sir?
I'm Brandon Curcio, and I play the guitar for the band.
Brandon?
Yep.
Okay. And you?
I am Casey Derone, and I am the bass player.
Very good. Very good. Have you guys done much acoustic performances? Because that sounded just really, really good. I mean, the studio stuff is great too, but that was remarkable.
It's funny you say that. We kind of do a 50-50 thing with this band. We try our best to push our original material, and we want to play club shows, but we also know that in this modern era, it's not always easy to do that and, make money off of it. So we also sneakily play some cover sets at bars, and we do kind of a little running stint that we do over in Fody's Tavern in Derry, New Hampshire, and we do exclusively cover sets acoustic there. So,
oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
It's like, 2.5 hours, 3 hours of just straight acoustic covers. And
Oh, wow.
it's honestly a
fun.
blast. I feel
Yeah.
like we kind of like gel. We've learned to connect more by doing those because we hear what we're all doing. So we kind of hone in on each other, which is really cool.
So when you do the covers, is it always acoustic or?
For now, yeah. Since we got James, because he doesn't know our 3.5 hour, 4 hours cover.
Oh, I gotcha.
We used to do 3-hour cover sets, full band. But we went through a little bit of a lineup change this past September. We have our new member James on drums, and we're still learning our big back catalog of music. It's 6 years worth, so we'll get there in time. We're hoping this summer that we'll start playing a couple more cover sets exclusively full band.
Okay. Now, when you do the covers, do you still use the name Afterimage? Because I know some bands will use a different name when they do covers. It's
Yeah, we do.
We still use Afterimage. It's we kind of market it a little less than we do our actual club shows because we know we don't want to oversaturate our market with too many shows. So
right.
we know there's kind of a built-in crowd with the bar sets, so we kind of keep that on the down low.
Yeah. You guys have been together 6 years?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, going on 7 this year.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Has the sound changed over that?
Without a doubt.
Has it really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how has it changed?
I think early on we were very much just doing classic rock, but we thought we were changing the game. But as time's gone on, we've grown up as people, tastes change, and honestly, I think a big thing too is finding heavier genres that we can attach to that aren't the big four,
Yeah.
Because I mean, not to speak for, Brandon, you can explain it if you want.
That was definitely the biggest thing for me. For the longest time, I was never a huge metalhead at all. I grew up on classic rock, Pink Floyd was it.
Yeah.
And around the time we started the band, I was listening to purely just the Grateful Dead and Fish and real mellow jam bands. And so I wanted to do something similar to that. And as we started writing heavier songs, I started seeking out heavier music that I kind of liked, and I found shoegaze, which I really liked. And then from there, I found stoner rock and doom metal, and from there, now we're going way into heavy, whereas before it was a lot more reserved. And
Right. How do you? Everyone always hates this question, but how do you guys describe your music for someone who hasn't heard you? If you're talking to someone, you're trying to explain what you sound like.
I like to call it alternative metal, only because, that last song you just heard, that was balls to the wall the whole time. But,
yeah.
But that's not always our sound. We're kind of more of in a similar vein to Tool or Helmet to a degree. And I think that I don't ever want to classify us as full on metal because we do experiment in different genres. We do shoegaze, we do little bit of jam. So I like to say alternative metal.
Yeah. Now the music that you recorded early on, is that still available online if somebody wants to go and hear what you guys used to sound like? Or
Yeah, it's right on our Bandcamp.
cool,
Yes.
I think it's a Bandcamp exclusive
Yeah,
at
it
this
is
point,
exclusive.
isn't it? Yeah.
Really,
They
yeah.
tried to hide it from everything, but
we tried.
We took it off of Spotify. We took it off Apple Music. but-
Really?
Yeah. Well,
It's kind of embarrassing.
I have
Really,
the hard
yeah?
copy.
Well, it was kind of like us. It was our freshman year of college. We were more of like that classic rock, garage rock type sound.
We were mostly like a cover band at the time.
Right.
And,
Really, yeah.
Yeah, I think we wanted to play this like house party that was happening, and they asked us how many originals we had, and we had none.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, never mind." And we were like, "Okay, well, we have to come up with originals." So in like a matter of a month, I
Yeah.
think,
We had that.
we came up with an EP, and it sounds like it was made in a month, which is why we've kind of tried to
Hence
hide
Bandcamp
it.
exclusive.
But to be
Yeah.
fair, that was our first. That was our first time we dipped our toes into gelling together as a band creatively. Before
Right.
it was just playing covers.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, we have a month to learn how to play with each other. So that's why it reflects in the music. But if you want to listen to it, it's the Afterimage EP.
One could say we never
Yeah.
learned.
Yeah,
It's on Bandcamp. It's got a moose on the cover.
it's got a great album cover. Yeah.
I'm curious. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that because I haven't heard that yet. Jenny, have you? I know you're off mic, but have you listened to any of that, the early stuff? Maybe, yeah. You'd probably remember if you did. No, I'm curious. I'm gonna have to go back and check it. Has any of that material stuck with you guys, or changed, or you've just left it behind?
I think it's mostly a thing
I
of the
think it's
past.
mostly gone. I don't think
Yeah.
we do anything.
No.
Really, yeah.
Some of those covers that we did at the time, we kept around for a while, but
Yeah.
at this point, a lot of that's kind of the past.
Yeah.
Really, yeah. We have Afterimages here with us live in studio. You're getting some love in the Facebook live chat, actually. You've got some fans in here.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody.
That's new.
Yeah. New Affirm of the Spark is asking about influences. We kind of touched on that a little bit, but did you guys want to talk a little bit more about, obviously, among the four of you, I'm sure there's quite a lot to draw from, but as far as influences.
Let's all go around. Say where you pull in from it, Griff.
Yeah. So the past couple of years, I've been listening to a lot of Tool, Deftones, System of a Down, a band called Nothing But Thieves, a lot of Jeff Buckley. I just really enjoy all those singers, but
Yeah.
also their approach to art too. I appreciate a lot. James.
Well, my dad was a musician around the area in a few different bands when I was a kid, and he was really big into the like guitar-driven bands, Van Halen, all that kind of stuff. And I kind of dug into that, a little bit of the grunge, Alice in Chains kind of stuff, and then I kind of fell further into like metalcore.
Fell is the right word.
the metalcore, deathcore, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, I listen to a little bit of everything. I've seen Fish more times than any other band.
Oh, no kidding.
But,
Welcome.
Yeah, but that's kind of where I started.
Brandon.
So when I first picked up the guitar, it was all classic rock, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Allman Brothers, Grateful Dead. And it was like that for a while. And then, like I was saying before, I found bands like My Bloody Valentine and Slow Dive, and I really loved like the atmospheric aspect of taking a guitar and making it sound like anything but a guitar.
Yeah.
And from there, I found, stoner rock, doom metal, and bands like Sleep, Isis, All Them Witches, and those are a lot of the bands I listen to now.
Okay.
For me, it's kind of all over the place. Growing up, my favorite band was Rush. I love Geddy Lee.
Yep.
Everything that I strive to achieve in my bass tone, I just want to get Geddy Lee's tone. That's
Really,
and it's he's been my biggest influence. But one of my other favorite bands is the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, which very different on the musical spectrum. It's ska punk. But Joe Gittleman, I think, is one of the most underrated bass players of all time. He could do so many great things that some of the greats like Geddy Lee, John Entwistle, like all these players could do.
Yeah.
But you never see him on the list because, the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones are kind of one of those one-hit wonder bands, unfortunately. But a group of great, talented musicians.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even though this is a metal band, I still pull a lot of influence from him, actually. So.
Yeah.
I think that's part of what makes the band so unique is like there's so many different elements that blend fairly well. And I I can speak kind of from an outside perspective because I was a fan of the band. I've been friends with the guys since they started, but I just recently kind of took over Andy's shoes. But everybody has such a unique perspective, and the way that it all blends is really neat, and it works.
We have a call.
This is Dave.
Hey, Dave. How you doing? Welcome to the show.
Good. How are you doing?
Good.
I have a question for the bass player. I believe his name is Casey.
Yes.
I noticed that he has quite a bit of ink. I was wondering if he could explain the Kermit the Frog tattoo.
Thank you for the question, Dave.
Thank you, Dave. Well, growing up, I was a big fan of the Muppets. I just love Jim Henson's work, and a lot of my tattoos are based off of different tarot cards. So I found this funny Kermit the Hermit tarot card online. I loved it. So I have that tattooed on my right arm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. All right, Dave, anything else?
No, that's it. That's been on my mind for quite some time.
Oh, man.
Number one fan, Dave. Thank
you, Dave.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you.
All right, Dave, thank you for the call. Appreciate it. And we have the guys from Afterimage here with us in studio. So, James, when did you join the band?
I believe it was September 2022. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, wow, not that long ago. Has it been I mean, this isn't, it's not AC/DC. This is fairly complex stuff. Has it been a challenge learning the songs?
It has, yeah. Andy definitely wrote, the previous drummer wrote a lot of very unique parts. And I think part of that was because of how different everybody's influences are to fill in the space and drive the songs.
Yeah.
And so for me as a drummer, I have like muscle memory and certain ways that I kind of will just subconsciously go to play a certain part or whatever, and having to manually play every single note until the muscle memory gets there, just because the parts are so different from what I've played. It's definitely been a fun challenge.
So do you approach it in terms of trying to, do you meticulously try to emulate exactly what he did, or do you kind of give yourself a little bit of space to put your own spin on it?
I definitely give myself a little space. I also try to play within my means. I don't want to try and emulate what he's playing and sacrifice the flow of the song.
Sure.
So I'd rather fall short with the specific notes, but still keep the general flow than to, slow the song down or mess with the way that things sound.
Yeah.
And there's certain things that I just can't really play. Like I'm left-handed, but I play a right-handed kit, closed-handed. Like I cross-stick everything normal. So when I play fills and things, they just naturally come out differently than most people because of where my hands are.
Gotcha.
So some of the stuff that he plays as a right-hand lead would just be way too much of a pain for me to try. Yeah.
Be impossible.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting. See, I'd never even thought of that. Obviously, a guitar, if you're a left-handed guitar player, you have to make certain decisions about how to approach that or bass. That never even occurred to me with drums, that there was a difference. That's interesting.
It's definitely weird.
So there is such a thing as a left-handed drum. Is that what you play as a left-handed kid, or did you say?
So I play a right-handed.
You play
kit.
right-handed.
So you have, your snare, kick drum, hi-hat, and everything else around it.
Yeah.
A left-handed kit would be snare, hi-hat, kick, and then everything goes this way.
Okay.
So you could left hand go that way, but when you're playing a right-handed kit, you kind of have to.
James is motioning to the left. They can't see you.
Visualize what I'm.
Well, they can see on the.
Normally
on
you
the
play
video
to the right. James plays to the left.
My left.
My left.
Is that
not stage left?
Is that how you learned originally, or did you have to, or did you adapt at some point? Or
I don't remember why, but I just learned on a right-handed kit.
Yeah.
And I just kind of adapted.
Yeah.
And I've never changed. I've tried a left-handed kit a couple times, but it's so foreign that it's not.
Don't even bother.
It's like now you're used to the right-handed
Now I'm used to it.
orientation.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's pros and cons. There's certain things that I feel I have an advantage at.
Yeah.
And there's other things that I'm definitely at a stark disadvantage playing like that. But,
it makes
just
you
what it
you.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you guys talk to me about the videos? So you guys have some really cool music videos, and it's and they're impressive. I mean, a lot of artists, especially in the area, they just maybe they have some live performance videos or whatnot. But I mean, you guys really go for it artistically with the videos. It's remarkable.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, I went to school for film production. So it was never going to be one of those things where we were going to put out boring music videos.
Yeah.
I think there's been a big collaboration between me and Griff, actually, because Griff also has a passion for filmmaking. He didn't go to school for it, so I have all the technical ability on how to edit it all together. Griff and I collaborate through ideas and thoughts. And I don't know, we like to... Right now, as we are a small budget band, we try to express a lot of motifs through our music as opposed to narrative stories, purely because we don't have the money to make a big production. So, for example, on the Toe video, Griff at that point had grown out his hair and his beard, and he had a striking resemblance to Jesus Christ. And I said, it would be funny. Because a lot of our music is kind of critical on religion. And I said it would be funny if we kind of played that up. And so Andy, Brandon, and I dressed up in all black. I wanted us to kind of look like priests. Yeah, well, Griff was Jesus. And we filmed in a garden in New Hampshire. And I wanted to look like the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
And we were just playing with that idea, just little motifs of religion. And there are many ways that you can look into our lyrics for many of our songs, and somebody might look at that and say, oh, is that a song that's critical of religion? Or another person could say, oh, that sounds like a breakup song. There's so many different avenues.
That's what I thought.
Right.
I thought it was a breakup song. Yeah.
So we definitely try to
Keep it vague.
Keep it vague. And
yeah.
I think our music videos do that. It's like, what the heck is this about? Like, because our new music video for Jewel, the whole thought process behind that was, I want everyone to be as confused as possible. I wanted it to be kind of like a snuff film. I wanted it to be like, this was a VHS tape that you found in the middle of the woods that has been there since 1992. It was lost. It was uncovered.
Right.
And there's a lot of stuff that you should not be seeing that you're witnessing, almost like, I don't know, The Ring. Like, something's going to happen after you watch this video. You might be cursed.
Right.
So that was the thought process behind the video, and there's a mysterious man that appears in the video that just really enhances it, and his identity we're going to keep, a secret, because
you don't get to know who he is.
We don't get to, because we don't really even know who he is.
When is that out? That's not out yet, right? The video?
No, it'll be out tonight at midnight.
Tonight at midnight.
Yes.
Oh,
Only
cool.
a couple hours away.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's for the song Jewel, the one that we played a little while ago?
Jewel and Full Tilt.
And Full Tilt,
Well, Jewel, it's just the music video for Jewel, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yep.
But when do these songs come out? These songs come out at midnight?
Yep.
They both come out at midnight?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool, very cool. Where should people go to get them?
Anywhere.
They'll be available.
Please, anywhere. No, probably Spotify is our main hub.
Yeah.
It's all the major streaming.
Okay.
Deezer especially.
Deezer.
Oh, we
for
love
sure.
Deezer.
They love us.
Yeah, they love us. We've been promoting them hard since day one. We're banking on that corporate sponsorship someday with Deezer. So if you're listening, any executives out there with Deezer, please.
If you can do Jason Derulo, you can do us.
Where will the video for Jewel, will that be on your YouTube channel?
That'll be on YouTube, and we'll post about it on our social media accounts.
Cool. And what about the video with you guys dancing? That's the first one that Jenny showed me. She was like, "You got to see this."
Griff, why don't you talked about this a little last week, but I just explained Toe. We wanted it to be very pretty. It was filmed in a garden.
Yeah.
Why did we film that video, Griff?
So the whole reason why I wanted to make that video, as jarring as it is, was like a reaction to Toe, because Toe's very pretty. And Rot, the song for the video, I wanted to be very ugly.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to make fun of TikTok, and that's why he's dancing in his underwear.
I just see that didn't occur to me.
It's
I don't think I
kind of
even
making
knew that.
I was selling my body for this band,
There you go.
It's just kind of poking fun at how ridiculous things can be sometimes.
Yeah.
But what happens if the guy in his underwear is dancing instead of a hot girl? It's kind of it's not very deep. It's just more or less like, what if I was bald and beardless, and what if TikTok was the opposite?
What if you didn't look like Jesus?
Yeah.
Right. Well, let's play something. We'll take a quick break and play one of these other tracks. You know what I'd like to play if you guys. Well, actually, why don't we play Rot since we were just talking about it?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Let's do that. So we're gonna give this a listen. So this is the song Rot by Afterimage, and I do recommend checking out the video. It's pretty cool, and as evidenced by the conversation we were just having about it. Check this out, and then we'll be right back. We've got Afterimage here with us live in studio. Oh, that is so good. That is Rot, and the band is Afterimage, and Afterimage is here with us in studio. That sounds great, guys. And by the way, where does the name Afterimage come from?
Casey.
So I mentioned earlier that one of my favorite bands is Rush. They have a song called Afterimage off of 1984's Grace Under Pressure album. I always thought it was a cool potential for a band name. I've thought that since high school.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things where when we formed the band, we were like, band name, I was like, how about Afterimage? And everyone was like, okay. It was like that simple. There was no debate.
Yeah.
We didn't have any like.
It was the first name, and we were like, yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's a good name. Do you guys play out a lot? Do you play a lot of shows where you get to do the original material?
Yeah, more now than before. With James joining, it feels like there's been a fire lit under us, and we've been able to say yes to people that have asked, and you know how that goes. You get a reputation for saying yes. More people are going to ask you to come out. So
that is true.
we did a weekender last weekend, and then we played back-to-back weekends before that, and I don't know if that's 100%, but we've been playing a lot more.
Yeah, we've played just in the past month. We've played Rhode Island, I think 3 times.
3 times.
We played actually in Manchester on Sunday at the Jewel nightclub.
Oh, cool.
But we've played every single state in New England.
Yep.
At this point, we have played every single state in New England, and then we've gone out to Pennsylvania.
Yes.
So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any bands in the area that you play with on a kind of a consistent basis? You know, sometimes, I just know from my own experience, sometimes bands sort of team up. It happens by accident, really. Sometimes bands sort of team up with other bands to do a lot of shows. Is there anybody you guys play with a lot?
Yeah, Sauce on the Side. I think we play with them a lot. We don't sound anything like them, but
really,
we get along really well.
Yeah.
So I think it's just we have the same philosophy towards our music, and it's just kind of, we are just kind of attracted to each other through that.
Yeah. I'll
This
have to check them out.
Small little collective of musicians that kind of have spawned out of Sauce on the Side. It's funny, the way we met them is we would play bars in Manchester. This was a few years ago doing our cover sets.
Yeah.
And they kind of just stumbled upon us. They were high schoolers at the time. They were living in Goffstown, Nashua area.
Yeah.
And they would come to every one of our shows. Even if it was 21 plus, they'd still come and we'd be like, you can't come in, I'm sorry. And they'd still be there. We'd give them a shirt.
They'd buy merch. If they couldn't come to the show, they'd buy merch and leave.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But there's a couple bands that have kind of spawned outside of them. There's Set the Bar Low, which is a hardcore metal band that is just killing it right now. They're playing all over the place. They played with us actually on Sunday at the Jewel, but they're playing all these underground hardcore basement shows. They're playing like real venue shows, and half of them are in Sauce on the Side. It's great. They're it's just a big, group of young musicians who are in the area, and we're all friends, and it's great. And we don't sound anything like each other, but we enjoy playing with each other.
We all like each other.
Yeah.
We played with a lot of bands and through the years, but I think that whole collective of like 4 or 5 bands, I think we've latched onto the most.
Yeah.
It's like a big family.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for people in the Facebook live chat, Jenny shared the link to Sauce on the Side, their Facebook page, and we'll definitely check them out. What is your stage show like? Do you guys introduce any kind of theatrics into it? Or
Really? Yeah, for sure. Like last time we played Rhode Island, we brought or two times ago we brought a big stuffed animal called Mr. Prumplebum.
Giant.
You know those big
giant stuffed animals.
You know the giant Valentine's Day bears.
Yeah.
Tall.
Well, we thought he'd want to incorporate into our little live set, so we brought him out.
Did a little crowd surfing.
Yeah.
What's he called?
Mr. Prumplebum.
Prumplebum?
Yeah.
He,
All right.
We try to have fun with it. We try not to take it too seriously. So it's never been one. We don't have the attention span to do like one consistent thing or like stick to like one theme. It's just so random. It's just whatever we think of. I think the spontaneity of it just makes it more fun for us. Because really, at the end of the day, that's what's going to keep you doing it.
Right.
Is if you have fun with it. You can take it as seriously as you want. You can have the passion, but if you're not having fun and doing everything you can to have fun doing it, it's just going to become a job.
Exactly.
So if you can do that one Mr. Prumplebum to make it better, why not?
Yeah, yeah, agreed.
Lately, I've been shaking my butt into the crowd, and I'm yelling at the crowd, just pointing at certain people and yelling at them.
Yeah.
There was a show in Rhode Island, and everyone was moving and grooving. They were dancing. It was awesome. And there was this one table that was sitting there, and they were kind of like
grumpy
sad looking. And so I just started looking at them in the middle of the set, and I was staring at them for an entire song. Did I want to make them uncomfortable? Absolutely. And then I started yelling at them. I said, "Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up."
No,
and I said
no.
And they kept looking at me like, "No, no, no." And I said, "Yes, please."
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, you got to have fun with it.
Did they ultimately get up?
No.
Oh, well.
I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Can't get them all. Can't win them all.
Can't win them all. No.
They can't all be zingers.
That's awesome. By the way, my dad is in the Facebook live chat, and he says, great band.
Hi, Dad.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you for the compliment.
And New Affirm of the Spark, one of our friends from Greensboro, North Carolina. They use a lot of hashtags there. And New Affirm says, hashtag Afterimage. What's your favorite Evanescence song?
Ooh.
Bring Me to Life. Come on.
There you go.
I feel like this is a good question for you, James.
Griff, that's the only song you know. Don't lie. Don't lie.
No, there's another one where she
there's another one.
My
Going
girlfriend
Under.
listens to him.
They have a few.
No.
My Heart is Broken.
Broken.
Immortal.
Broken. That counts. Broken. Seether.
That counts.
Amy Lee Seether.
That's a good song.
Who's
That counts.
broken. Yeah, that counts.
That does count. That does count. Absolutely.
What does North Carolina think?
Oh, we have a lot of people in North Carolina who join us in the chat room. And yes, now New Affirm of the Spark says, hashtag Matt, Evanescence songs like Bring Me Back to Life and My Last Breath. I think it's Bring Me to Life, not Bring Me Back to Life.
Yeah,
But
it's Bring Me to Life.
What do they know in Greensboro? Also, our friend JFed is in the chat, and he asks this of all of our musical guests. Do you play birthday parties? He's planning a birthday party for his wife in September.
September. That's when my birthday is. Let's make it a joint birthday party. Let's go.
There you go.
Absolutely.
But he'll probably invite you into the ice bath. So I don't know how you guys feel about partaking in an ice bath. Personally, I'm terrified of the idea, but he
That sounds a little scary.
No, I'm down with the ice bath.
As long as I don't have to get naked, I'll do anything.
yeah. I mean, my concern would be hypothermia, but he swears by it. He loves the ice bath.
Oh, that's cool.
No, I've done that.
They're
a
good
little
for
bit.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he says. Yep.
You gotta
dip my
really
toes
commit.
in.
Yeah.
You
No,
can't.
no, no.
You gotta
Just the
commit
toes.
to it.
We'll see. We'll see. Call us in September.
Oh, New Affirm of the Spark says also My Immortal hashtag Matt. I forgot about that Evanescence song. Wow,
That's a good one.
I said that.
they still around?
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think they're more of a hits act at this point. But
Yeah, no doubt. Melanie says no bathing suits allowed. House rules for the ice bath.
So I got to go fully
We'll
clothed?
see you in September.
Well,
all my clothes.
We'll
Wow.
definitely see you.
That's going to be a cold shower.
I was going to say it will be September. It's not like it's in the middle of July where it's nice and hot. So, well, we are almost out of time, guys. This has been wonderful. Thank you so much for coming in and talking with
thank you
us
for having us.
Thanks for
and for
having us
playing
on.
live. I really enjoyed the set. That was great. Before we run out of time, I want to make sure everybody knows where to find you online, social media, all of that. What people need to know to keep up with you on everything you're doing. And of course, at midnight tonight, the 2 new songs come out and the video for Jewel.
Yes. Yeah.
So we should remind everybody about all of that.
Please. Yes. Thank you. You can find us pretty much if you look up Afterimage NH, that'll bring you to everywhere. It's www.afterimageh.com. I think we're on Facebook as Afterimage NH, Twitter Afterimage NH, YouTube Afterimage NH. But there's one outlier.
What?
Thanks to Griff.
What?
Instagram is
it's
afterimage.band. Afterimage.band. So
Because we're a
sorry.
band.
Right.
Griff says it helps with the algorithm.
It does.
It's all about the algorithm.
You got to beat it.
That's right.
Can't beat them, join them,
Man
right?
versus machine.
The algorithm.
And do you have when's your next show coming up?
I think it's right now.
June.
I think it's in June. That'll change.
We've been getting asked a lot more lately. So.
But it's June in Nashua, New Hampshire. We're playing the Garden, and that'll be a club set. We'll play all original material that night.
June 3rd with Intake, right?
Yeah.
Yes, June 3rd
with
with
a band
Intake.
from Providence. That we
Very
played
cool
with.
bands. Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Good, good.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this has been great. Thank you again so much, and we appreciate this. We'll have you back in the near future, and we'll close out with one of my favorite tracks by you guys is Thinning. I love this song. And on that note, we will leave you with this Afterimage. This track is called Thinning. Guys, thank you again so much.
Well, thank you.
Thank
very
you
much.
so much. We love you.
Oh,
This was
wonderful.
awesome.
Absolutely great. And we'll talk to y'all a little bit later. Bye, everybody.